Today on Let's Talk Tuesday, we're going to look at the top 10 mistakes YouTubers make. Have you ever found yourself not looking at the lens and looking over there at the viewfinder and talking to the camera just like this? I used to have that problem all the time. One sure way to get out of doing that is remove the viewfinder when you're doing a shoot similar to this. Take the viewfinder right out of the picture, then you're not tempted to look at it and you're going to look at the lens. This is one, but there is a lot of channels out there that do it, and that's spamming comments. Hey, sub for sub. I'll sub you if you'll sub me. Want to do sub for sub? This is not a good way to build your channel, and you won't have good interaction on your channel by doing it that way. One of the best ways to get interaction is to go and talk to other people on their channels. Let them know that you're there and you're watching their content. In turn, 9 out of 10 times, they'll return to your channel and give you a view as well, and most likely subscribe. Confusing YouTube titles. Have you ever seen a video where the thumbnail and the title had nothing to do with the actual video itself? Try not to do this. Number one, it misleads your viewership. They come to your channel looking for a specific thing and then find that it has nothing to do with what the title said it was. It's a good way to lose subscribers and a good way to keep people from subscribing to your channel if they come to it. I myself have had a ton of problems with this one, being inconsistent. That's why I've tried to set myself up on a schedule, and I'm trying really hard to maintain it and stick to it. When you're inconsistent, people give up on coming and watching your videos. They stop looking for your videos, and a lot of times they just unsubscribe. So being consistent is one of the best things we can do, even if we have a low number of subscribers. Continue to put out videos on a regular schedule and time. This can be a big help to getting your channel up and running and bringing in subscribers. Having a weak intro. You know, when you're putting out a video, you have literally about 10 seconds to grab your audience's attention. After that, they're gone in the wind. You need an intro that gets right to the point, tells people what's going to happen in this video, just something really short, 5 to 6 seconds. If you've noticed, I've just recently changed up my 15-second intro to a 6-second intro. This way, I'm not boring my subscribers with that long 15-second intro, and we're getting right to the content. A bunch of distractions in your background can be really overwhelming for your viewers. Instead of watching you, they're watching what's going on behind you. If you have a very clean background, something that's not really busy, you're going to keep your audience's attention longer, and longer views means better connectivity between you and your audience. If you have bad audio, video, and lighting, there's a good chance your viewers aren't going to stick around. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to spend thousands of dollars on lighting and camera gear and audio gear, because you don't. Your smartphone is probably one of the best things that you can use. Today's smartphones have 4K cameras built in most cases, and do fantastic jobs at shooting video. Some of them even have built-in stabilization, which helps keep those shots when you're walking around holding your phone, you know, really smooth. Sometimes something just as simple as a lapel mic can make all the difference in your audio. Or you can use a very inexpensive boom mic like the one I'm using right here doing this video, and it is the Rode Go mic. Not expensive at all, and it does a pretty good job at picking up audio. When it comes to your lighting, I'm using overhead lighting right now and nothing else, but there are some very inexpensive lights that you can get or even make yourself that will help take away some of those shadows and stuff when you're shooting your videos. Sometimes just something as simple as a lamp behind you can add a little accent to your backdrop, and that can make all the difference in the world. If you want to take and invest in your lighting, then you can spend a lot of money, but you don't necessarily have to get started and have good AVL. Having really low energy won't keep people coming back to see your videos. That's right, guys. When you're shooting a video, you got to have some energy. You got to look like you're alive and let people know that, hey, I'm excited about what I'm doing. That don't mean you have to be bouncing off the walls, by no means, but you want to look like you're alive. So if you're like just down in the dumps and just running out of energy, look like you're running on empty, you're not going to be able to keep your audience's attention for longer than a few seconds. So try to be upbeat, positive, and look like you got something going on. Monetizing too early. This one, I hit it right on the head all the way. As soon as I started my channel, I monetized my channel, and my channel was really slow going. And when you monetize early like that and you're watching all the analytics, it can be kind of depressing. You get discouraged, you lose interest, you lose focus, and the next thing you know, you're not making videos. Don't worry about monetizing your channel. Go ahead and build a good following, then monetize, and you'll make a little bit of money. Being impatient. All too often, you get started in YouTube and you want to get a good following really fast and everything, and you got to remember, YouTube is more like a marathon, not a sprint. So when you get started in YouTube, it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to have a million subscribers. Look at it as a marathon where it's going to take a pretty good while. If you go into it thinking that, okay, this could take up to 5 to 10 years before I get a really good following, where you've got 50,000, 100,000 subscribers, then you're going to be setting yourself up for success, because it is definitely not a sprint. You're in it for the long haul. And so just look at it as a marathon, and you'll be successful and enjoy yourself a lot more. A little bit of a bonus here. A lot of people are always asking, well, how much can you make on YouTube per 1,000 views? A good rule of thumb is to think that you're going to make about $2 CPM per 1,000 views. Now what this equates to is 50,000 views would make you $100. Just make $500 a month on YouTube. You're going to need to have roughly 250,000 views on your videos in a 30-day period to make $500 a month. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this segment of Let's Talk Tuesday. Let me know down there in the comments below if you've made any of these mistakes when you started up your YouTube channel, or if you're making any of these mistakes now as a YouTube creator. Will you survive whatever comes your way? I sure hope so. This is the Massachusetts Prepper saying, take care all.